So we can do cold opens now that we have a theme song, which I think is very exciting. And I guess this is one of them.
Well, I wouldn't know yet.
Welcome everybody to Afterthoughts. This is a podcast where we usually rewatch a movie and compare our first and second impressions and discuss a related topic. This week we're coming to you with our third bonus episode. It's just going to be an extended topic time. We're going to cover some news in the world of film and some trailers that have come out since the last time we talked. And yeah, my name is Joshua Kazemi. I'm here with my co-host, Coleman Taylor.
Hey, that's me.
All right, should we just dive right in?
Oh, dive right in. Love that expression. It's wonderful.
So, first bit of news. The director for the World War Z sequel has been announced, and it is David Fincher.
No, it's not.
That's real. I thought, very similar to how you just responded, I thought, there's no way that's true. That's some weird joke or like rumor, but it's like confirmed. He's going to direct the sequel. Isn't it weird? I feel like David Fincher, there's much better things he could be doing with his time and talent. But I didn't see World War Z, so full disclaimer.
Also, how many sequels has Fincher just jumped into? Like one?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever done it before. He was supposed to do Girl with the Dragon Tattoo sequels, but I think that fell apart at some point.
But he did the first one, right?
Yeah, he did the first one.
He didn't do the first one.
I don't think he's ever done this.
Right.
Which is, it's weird. I can't even think of, I'm sure there are examples and I just can't think of them right now, but to think of a big name director jumping into the middle of a franchise is kind of weird. Not a bad idea for the franchise. I'm sure this movie's going to be much better than the first one. Again, I haven't seen it, but just knowing who David is going to make it awesome.
Well, I mean, the one that I was thinking of, which has had this franchise has had two directors just jump in, is Alien, which, I mean...
Oh, right.
Because he did 3, right?
That's right, yeah, he did Aliens 3, that's right. Oh my gosh.
And James Cameron did 2, and then Ridley Scott did 1.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird franchise.
Good thinking on your feet, man.
I know. Also, I just got Alien on the mind, because, spoiler alert, it's next episode.
Boom. Tune in next week. That's right, I forgot. Alien 3 was Fincher's very first directing job for feature length, which was notoriously a bad experience for him. He's talked about it a lot, how terrible it was and how he hated it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's done anything like that until now, which is interesting. I mean, I don't know what to expect. This just seems so random. Yeah. Or maybe just a ploy to get people interested in a sequel to this movie.
Also, it's just not a movie that I saw or was excited about, and kind of doesn't seem like a David Fincher movie.
It is based on a book, or at least the first one was.
The first one was. That's even weirder. Is the second one? I don't know.
I don't know if there's a sequel to that book.
I just feel like David Fincher's movies are typically more close quarters, and even if they're action packed, it's tight.
They're definitely character studies more than anything.
And so I mean, this could be that, but from what I've seen, the first World Z, it's tons of zombies everywhere. And just running around. I could be completely wrong considering I haven't seen it, but what I've seen of the trailers, that's what it looks like.
So we definitely need some feedback. For those of you that have seen World War Z, please let us know what it was like. Was it good? Does this sound like a good decision considering what the first movie was? We don't know.
We really
don't.
It's
just news. We're just talking about the news. I'm definitely going to see this now. I mean... Absolutely.
Oh, you David Fincher junkie.
I love him. I don't know if I'll see the first one, but maybe I will to prepare. I don't know. I'm going to watch at least this one. So if it is a ploy to get people to watch the movie, it worked on one person at the very least.
I bet you'll see it. I'll bet you go back and watch that first one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to see the second one, you got to watch it.
And I like Brad Pitt. He could probably carry a movie for me.
That's probably why David Fincher jumped on,
Oh, yeah. Duh. I didn't even think of that either. He loves that guy. They love each other. Oh, man. I was not prepared for this topic.
My goodness. This was your news, and you weren't even prepared.
That makes this decision. I mean, that makes more sense.
It does make more sense, but still, at the same time, I feel like it's not like, oh, Brad Pitt's on it, I'm in.
For those of you who aren't quite sure, Brad Pitt and David Fincher did Fight Club. They did Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and now this, I guess. Was there another one? 7. Duh. There you go. This would be their 4th
What's in the box, bro? That's a movie we should do. Makes sense. Well, it's a podcast, by the way.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a great one.
I don't think we've done Fight Club yet either, have we?
No, we haven't. We've talked about it quite a bit, though.
Have we done any Fincher movies?
We did Gone Girl.
Ah, that's right.
Episode 9 or 10. I don't know.
Well, groovy.
Next topic? Or next bit of news?
Yeah, next bit of news. News bit, if you will.
It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. As is the world, I think. Jeff Goldblum is coming back to Jurassic World.
That's amazing.
Isn't it great? It's the greatest news. I love it. Yeah, man. I mean, I was gonna see Jurassic World 2 probably no matter what. And now I'm excited to see it. That's great.
That's so awesome. I love Jeff Goldblum, and he makes it. Also, little known fact that no one in the world agrees with me on, except for I think Jake, my brother. I love Lost World Jurassic Park. Like, love the second one. Everyone else
thinks it's terrible?
No, it's great. It's awesome. It's full of Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, it is.
There's that one scene where the trailer is hanging off the edge of the cliff and they're about to fall. It's such a nerve-wracking scene. They go back. They bring a dinosaur back to the city. It's great. It's wonderful. I don't know why they ever opened a Jurassic World after that incident, but whatever. It's great.
Yeah. I don't. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I don't know. I definitely would choose Lost World over whatever the third one is.
Isn't it just like Jurassic Park 3 or something?
Sure. It's boring.
It really is bad. But Lost World gets a bad rap. It's fantastic. Which would probably also be a great one to do for this podcast, because I would probably be like, no, it was actually garbage. I was wrong all those years.
It's right. Yeah.
But life finds a way.
Exactly. And if life could find a way to get Sam Neill back to the franchise,
yeah, okay,
that'd be the best.
Shooting for the stars.
Yeah, I know, but that would be just incredible. Maybe they're saving him for the third, right? Bring them all back. Be awesome. Including some crazy CGI Hammond hologram that warns them of the future events or whatever. Yeah. You do that. Come on.
Yeah, that's what
we can bring back Tarkin. We can do Hammond. Okay, so this next bit of news sort of takes a weird turn potentially. I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. I honestly don't even know how I feel about it. It's just weird. There are rumors that Will Smith is in talks to play the Genie in the Aladdin live-action adaptation.
That's
right.
Interesting.
It is. And there are very strong feelings about it all across the internet.
Yeah.
As you might expect. But I'm sort of in the middle. I don't know. It's interesting. If I think of Will Smith as a Robin Williams replacement, I think bad decision. But if they're wanting to take it into a completely new direction, which they probably should, and they probably are, then maybe that does work really well. Because Will Smith is the personification of charisma. So, great.
Yeah. The only thing is that Robin Williams made Genie in my mind, so it's just gonna it'll be difficult no matter who it was. And then that's just such a strange turn because their humor is so different. And so I don't know, but I could see it working. I agree. It would have to be a very different turn to take, very different way to go with the movie if they're gonna make it work. Because if you're just trying, like you said, if it's just a Robin Williams replacement, I think that'll not work for me either. Because Robin Williams' Genie just pretty much made Aladdin. So
yeah,
I don't know. It'd be hard to live up to.
It made Aladdin, but at the same time, I feel like the character of the Genie, when necessary, takes a back seat to the main characters.
Yeah.
There's a chunk of Aladdin where the Genie's pretty much gone. to focus on Aladdin and Jasmine, which is great. I think necessary for the movie. And I'm nervous that Will Smith might not be willing, or just they might not write it in such a way that the same thing will be possible. Like, I'm nervous that a Will Smith genie will be like main character.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily what I want. But again, totally speculation.
I suppose we'll see.
I'm also super curious about how they're going to present him. Like, what is he going to look like?
Who knows?
I mean, I assume CGI for a large amount of it, if not all of it, but still, is he just voicing the big blue genie that we already know, or is it going to look more like Will Smith? I don't know. I think some people think that it's just going to be Will Smith just as himself.
I think that'll be awesome.
It's just pretty funny.
I think that's what it should be, honestly. What do you
like just him in like shirtless with a vest and like the gold like wrist things, or something different? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because then, like you said though, if they do just use the big blue genie, I'll just relate that to Robin Williams the whole time.
Yeah.
But then I'll have Will Smith's voice, and I'll be like, this is strange.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think I would honestly just go with Will Smith and straight up use him.
Well, I guess we'll see if this ever gets confirmed. We can bring it up again on the podcast and then discuss it some more. Because right now it's they seem to be like, pretty reliable rumors. So yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Indeed.
And now my last bit of news is less about film and just more about like some interesting promotion. So I think last week. I guess it doesn't matter, depending on when you're listening to this. At some point in time in the past, Johnny Depp showed up at Disneyland in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride as Captain Jack Sparrow, and like on the ride, like talked to people as they were moving through the boats. That's like amazing.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yes. It's so awesome.
I don't know how I would have responded in that moment. Like I would have been in disbelief, right? Like, what? The animatronics have gotten so good. It's crazy.
Because he did something similar with Alice in Wonderland, I think, too. But I don't think it was on the ride. Right. He was just like in that little booth. And then they didn't think it was really him, and then it was really him. So it's awesome that he like does things like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like his relationship with Disney, despite like the reception of his last couple of movies with them. I just like the idea of him partnering up with them to do cool things.
Yeah,
and hopefully, at some point they can take a turn back towards something good movie wise.
I know. Maybe this Pirates movie will be great again.
Maybe, hopefully.
We can only hope. Plus, I just hope the character of Jack Sparrow never dies. It's such a wonderful character.
Yeah, it really is.
As long as they don't overuse it, like which one? I guess the third one, I think, where there was literally copies of him. I was like, oh, okay, this is too much.
Or in the fourth one, he's sort of like, he's all that's left, really.
Yeah. Is Orlando Bloom supposed to come back and Keira Knightley in this next one? I can't remember.
Keira Knightley, I'm not 100% sure, but Orlando Bloom, yes.
Okay. Cool beans.
Because their son, I think, is in the movie.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, if Keira Knightley's character isn't killed off then, and she's just like not with him anymore, I'm done. I'm over. I'm out.
Yeah, that would be dumb.
I'll leave that movie so fast.
I also think that they're doing like a Luke Force Awakens type thing where it's announced that Will Turner's in the movie, but we haven't seen any imagery of him. It's like a blatant ripoff. But I guess it's Disney and Disney, so who cares?
It's true. Also, Luke was in the trailer. You see him outstretch his hand to touch R2-D2.
You love bringing that up.
They didn't lie about anything. They just maybe slightly misled.
Yeah, they did.
Come on, you didn't really think he was going to be in the movie. Like, really?
I did. I wanted it. That's what I wanted.
Ugh.
I thought Luke was going to come like Act 3. I thought he was going to save the day a la Han Solo Act 3 of A New Hope.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I expected.
What did Han Solo do in Act 3 of A New Hope?
He comes back with the Millennium Falcon after he's like
a 5-second thing. You thought Luke was just going to fly in for 5 seconds like, hey, I'm still alive, guys. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And what we got was probably better. I'm not complaining. It's just what I thought.
I know. Maybe if you said at least a word or something. Like, hi, Ray, I'm your father or something,
No.
Keep it going with
No.
come
Let's not
on.
promote
That's
that
what the franchise sets up,
propaganda.
though. Like, hey, Luke, I'm your father. And now Luke can do it, too. He always wanted to do it. No, Ray. No, dang it. I just messed up the line.
Yeah, you did.
Luke's name isn't even in that line. That's how we've all been deceived.
I wonder how that happened. There has to be like some weird like trailer or scene or clip that the people at Fox put out that then got, that confused everyone. Because I don't know where that comes from.
Because my little brother's name is Luke, and for years, that's why I said it. I said, no, Luke, I'm your father. It doesn't make sense if I just say, no, I'm your father, and then it doesn't add up.
Maybe that's why. It's just little brother Luke's everywhere. That's confused everyone.
That's true. That's fair.
This is a good segue into some trailer talk. We're going to talk about some trailers. So let's just go right into The Last Jedi trailer. You saw that, right? A couple weeks ago?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
What'd you think of it?
I'm interested.
Okay.
I mean, I'm nervous, as I always am.
What are you nervous about, like, from the trailer?
I don't know.
Are you nervous just in general, or is there
Just
something in the trailer that made you nervous?
And it's still, like, there wasn't a whole lot to the trailer either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just makes me nervy.
I don't like that the trailer is pretty much like a shot for shot the Force Awakens teaser trailer. They're very, very similar trailers.
Yeah.
Like the beats are very similar, the style's very similar, but I blame the marketing. I don't blame the filmmakers. It seems like a different movie.
Yeah.
Which is what I want.
Also, the font's red. That's dumb. Oh, if we haven't grabbed your attention yet, now let's change something we've had for 7 movies. What do you think the red font means? I think we've talked about this before, but now that there's a trailer out, what do you think it means?
I don't know. I think it's definitely like an attempt to tie the color scheme with the themes of the movie, and I think specifically like all the stuff Luke says about how the Jedi must come to an end and all that stuff. I think it's supposed to mirror like some darker, weirder Star Wars movie.
But like, do you think this is just for this movie? Do you think in the next one it'll still be red? Is this supposed to be a shifting of Star Wars movies? Because I'm gonna be so peeved if they just change the font to red just because.
Like the third one's also red.
Like what? Like we've had dark Star Wars movies before. That's all anyone ever said about Episode 3. So it can't just be just because it's dark. Oh, it's darker. Who cares?
I don't know. I think it's just like to grab your attention.
See, that's what I'm hoping it's
At least
not.
for
I
now.
hope it's not just to grab my attention and be like, oh, we're changing the font on you.
So what's your dream scenario? What makes you think, oh, that red font made sense?
I mean, I guess I'm hoping The Last Jedi really means The Last Jedi, and the Star Wars universe is like sincerely taking a shift to something new.
You think Luke's gonna die?
Well, Luke probably is gonna die, let's be honest.
Yeah, probably.
But, I mean, do Jedis ever really die? Unless he's the last
Good
one,
question.
what happens then?
I'm also wondering if we're gonna get Force ghosts in this.
I know.
Because where are they?
I know.
Come on.
What'd you think about the trailer?
I was so excited. I watched it. I was so excited as I was watching it. I was at my cousin's house, just coincidentally, and he loves Star Wars, so I was like, come downstairs right now. We're going to sit down and watch this. Yeah. And we watched it, and it was awesome. And then, like, 30 minutes later, I was like, wait, it was just like the Force Awakens trailer.
Wait a second.
Like, it starts with, like, that jump scare thing, and last time it was Finn, and this time it's Rey. It's like, it's so similar. Yeah. which makes me dislike it as a trailer, but I'm still excited for the movie, definitely. Yeah. And I'm excited because I think it seems as though there's footage from Force Awakens that's going to be in this movie, or like scenes that were alluded to in The Force Awakens are going to be in this movie. Like all the Luke stuff we saw in Rey's vision and in the trailers, I think we're going to expand upon that in this movie, which makes me excited.
To see what actually
I want to see
happened.
the Jedi Temple torn down and the Knights of Ren and stuff like that.
You would want to see something like that.
I do.
You are the dark side. You're modern day Kylo.
I want something like huge. I do want. Maybe that's what the red font is. Here it is. Maybe
the dark side wins.
No. I just want something completely new and different. Like that takes everything about Star Wars into a new direction.
That's what I was saying.
Like, this happens and then there's no going back. These are totally different
That's
movies.
what I was alluding to.
All right. I should need to get there myself, I guess.
Also, what if the dark side does win then? This will literally be just like Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, and I feel like they are actively trying to avoid that comparison.
They probably already made that was the idea in the first place, and then they realized that Force Awakens was so much like A New Hope and people noticed it, and now they're trying to take it back. I'm just kidding. I'm just riffing here. Who knows what they're doing?
Who knows?
Nonetheless, I'm nervous, but I am very excited. They haven't let me down yet. I'm mostly nervous just because it really has to do with the font. I know I keep going to that, but it just seems so weird to change something you've had throughout the whole franchise and then not meet the expectation that sets, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like you said, the trailer just seems like there's really just not enough of it for me to go off of, and it's so much like The Force Awakens that it just makes me nervous. That there's this huge change, but then the trailer doesn't match up to that change. So we'll see.
Yeah.
They can definitely pull it off, though, but it makes me nervous.
But the thing about this is, for me, I'm going to try to avoid a second trailer of any kind.
Yeah.
When it comes out, I don't want to watch it. I want this to be it, and then I'm just going to watch it in December.
Smart.
All right, should we move on to another trailer?
Let's do it.
Thor Ragnarok. It's been out for a little while,
Ooh.
but we haven't talked about it. That trailer looks awesome.
I know. I'm so...
It looks
stoked.
So fun.
So stoked. I love the Thor movies. Again, it's another thing. Just kind of like the Lost World thing I was talking about earlier. I feel like most people don't like the Thor movies, but I am stoked for this movie. I love Thor 1 and 2.
They're not my favorite movies in the MCU, but I genuinely like them. I think they're fun. I really liked Dark World. I remember when we all went to see it in the movies, and we convinced all of our friends who had never seen any of the other Marvel movies.
I know.
And we made them come with us, and it was so fun. And we were just sending gifs of Thor, whipping his hammer around. It was so fun.
I know. I loved it.
I love Thor. And then, but this is like, yes, this is going to be so great. It feels like a celebration of Thor.
I know.
An underdog sort of a character that it's like what he deserves. I'm very happy about it.
And I'm just there's so much going on in it. I'm just so curious, what's happening. His hammer breaks. We see Loki's coming back. I want to know what Loki's been up to, really. Mm-hmm. And what Thor's doing without his hammer. It's got me. I'm in.
And I'm so pumped about the Hulk being in it that if they explain how he's there and what he's doing, great. If they don't, I don't care. He could just show up. I don't care. It's just, that seems so fun. That's great. And I watched, so Taika Waititi is the director. I don't know if he's writing it. He's definitely directing this. But he wrote and directed What We Do in the Shadows and The Hunt for Wilder People from last year, and I saw that this week, and it is fantastic. It's a great movie. It's nothing like Thor,
yeah,
but it's got such rich characters, and it's a really funny movie, and it just his sensibility is so. It's so great. It makes for such an enjoyable movie. And so I was just so excited that this guy is going to be directing Thor.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Also, have we talked about how we might have, we could have easily have had this conversation. I have just forgotten it. But I don't know if it's a joke, but Taiko has said that he has not seen either Thor or Thor the Dark World. That he's just jumping into this.
Oh gosh, that kind of makes me, considering I just said I love Thor 1 and 2, it seems like they're trying to find someone who hasn't seen Thor 1 or 2 to go away from that, because I know Thor is not everyone's favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah. It could be a joke, but I also, if it's true, I think the idea, the takeaway that I take from it is that he doesn't care about living up to a sequel. He just wants to make a good movie. and have it stand on its own, which I'm fine with.
Well, that's a real positive view on
it. Yeah, definitely.
No, it really does look good, though. I am excited and hope it does do well.
How do you feel about the absence of Jane and probably Kat Dennings? Her character's probably not in this either.
Oh, furious. I'm angry when they're not in the Avengers movies, which actually makes sense, and I'm still upset about it. Like, I'm like, why is she not in this? I hate when they take out love interests that have been pre-established. I guess they haven't made that known.
I'm curious about how they'll explain it, especially from a director who hasn't seen the second movie.
Yeah.
Would be fascinating. I think this could be the best Marvel movie of the year.
Wow. Because that was going to be one of my questions. Are you more excited for this or Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think this, Guardians, and then Spider-Man. And I think that's probably the order of quality as well.
You're putting Spider-Man at 3?
Well, there's only 3, so if there was 7, he would still be at 3.
You don't know that.
I don't, but that's how it feels.
What if they were making an Iron Man 4?
Oh, well, that's definitely last.
Wow! What if they were making a Hulk 2?
Last.
What if they were making an Avengers 3? What if that was coming out this year?
Avengers, if that was this year, that's number 1. Come on.
See?
That's number 1.
See, told you.
It's Avengers 1, Thor, Guardians, Spider-Man, Iron Man 4, and then the Hulk. That's the order I would put that in.
Why Spider-Man 3, though? It's the only non-sequel one. Because I'm not counting the Avengers he was in, because it doesn't count. It's not a standalone movie.
Because that trailer was a bummer. The full-length trailer they put out was cool and fun, but they gave away the whole movie.
Really? Well, then I'm glad I haven't watched it, so...
Yeah, don't watch it. It's like it feels like you're watching a 2.5 minute version of the movie.
Well, then.
It's such a bummer.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really hoping that there are more twists and turns that they didn't reveal. But it seems as though they gave us everything.
Yeah.
Because it's Sony marketing and not Disney marketing, which is such an oversight, right? It's just like, ugh,
Sony
what a bummer.
Thinks you know what they're doing.
I really don't know. All right, well, let's talk about some movies we're excited about, some up-and-coming movies. Got any movies you're excited about?
Yes. Let's see. So one that's coming out in the next couple of weeks is King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totes stoked about that movie. And it hasn't gotten, as of right now, while we're recording, no reviews yet. So I can totally see it either be 60-70% range or totes way down there. So, but I have high hopes. Just the trailer looks awesome, and it's done by Guy Ritchie, who did Snatch and Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels,
and Sherlock Holmes movies,
yes,
right?
Which I enjoy as well. I really like his style of movies and the quick comedic things he does. So I think this movie's going to be awesome. I have really high hopes. I could also see how it could totally bomb and be terrible. But I am excited for it nonetheless. Plus, I just love Arthurian legend, so I'm kind of... It seems like
a movie that's right up your alley.
I know. It totally does. 100%.
I might need to take a Guy Ritchie appreciation course or something, because I'm not super excited about any of the movies that he's directed.
Wow. Have you seen any of the movies he's directed?
I've seen one. I've seen either one or both of the Sherlock Holmeses. I don't think I saw any of the ones that you listed.
Oh, well, you should definitely see those.
Yeah, I haven't seen Snatch. I haven't seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which is his most recent, I think. Or Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking, whatever it is.
Well, you should see Snatch. And Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels.
I've heard that Snatch is his best movie.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, so I should check that one out.
It's very quick, and that's what I like about it. It's
I think
real fast.
I think he's directing Aladdin, actually.
Really?
Yes, I just looked it up. He is. He's directing the live-action Aladdin movie.
Well, that will be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you feel about Alien Covenant?
I don't know. I haven't seen Prometheus, and
that's a blessing. That's a good thing.
And I honestly think that I haven't seen any other Alien movie in full. I've seen the original, and I've seen Alien vs. Predator, and that's it.
You haven't seen Aliens, Alien 3, or Alien Resurrection?
No. I don't think
That's
so. Not in full.
I mean, none of them are really that great, so it's probably fine. But at most, Aliens is really good. And I'm a huge fanboy. Again, I just always pick the underdog movies. I don't know what's up with me, but I like Alien 3 a lot.
Wow, okay.
But I also haven't seen it in a long time, so I wonder if we watched it. I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
So, but this could be like a whole new thing then. You're going in fresh. It could be fantastic.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that Prometheus set a terrible,
if it gets good reviews, I'll probably check it out.
Yeah.
But if not, I don't know.
And I know we've already talked about Pirates, but are you excited for Pirates 5?
I am.
Over Pirates?
No. I want to see it, and I probably will see it. I mean, unless it gets, like, to terrible reviews. If it gets, like something within, like, the 40 to 60% in Rotten Tomatoes or higher, I'm down. Like, literally, if I see a 40, I'll be like, that's just probably because they hate this franchise. But I like it. So a 40 is probably like a 60 in my book. And I'll go see it and enjoy it.
Once I get to that 30% range, you're like,
it's
nah.
just dangerously low.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I never even saw the fourth one. But I just really liked what it was in the beginning. And I hope they can just bring that back. I loved Pirates 1. And I feel like most people did.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 was still kind of good. And then 3 obviously went way downhill. And I didn't see 4. So I'm just hoping that they can like go back to where they were before.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's what the return of Will Turner sort of symbolizes.
Yes.
They're trying to take it back there. It'd be great.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of some movies I'm excited about seeing, aside from the Marvel movies, because I'm excited about all 3 of them.
I know. Pixar, Cars 3, excited?
No. I mean, to briefly talk about that trailer, which came out recently, it looks like an interesting story, unless you think about it a little bit. But just for face value, it's an interesting story, but it's still filled with like terrible jokes and like all the things about the Cars universe that I don't like or find compelling. And then if you do think about the plot, it's like, well, didn't he learn that winning wasn't everything in the first movie? So what's he going to learn in this movie? Like, I don't know.
He's just got to keep learning it,
Yeah. I mean, I will see it because I don't think I could ever not see a Pixar movie. But I'm way more excited about Coco, which is the Pixar movie coming out in November.
Oh, yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
That sounds great. Sign me up.
Plus, it's original, not 3.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there are just so many things coming out that I'm just so curious about. Either in like a bad way or a good way.
Like Wonder Woman?
Oh, that was one of the bad ones. Like, even when I watched that trailer, it's so cringeworthy. First of all, the whole trailer is just okay. And you can even see that they're trying to be like funny, just like, I don't know, Marvel movies, but they're bad at it. But then the most cringeworthy part is the end when her theme comes in. It's a terrible theme, and I hate it.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't hear it for the rest of the movie, and then whatever the sound it makes, I hate it.
Yeah, I kind of hate it. I think I said that in our BVS episode, but her theme in particular, I hate it. It's this weird, I hate it, but I can't stop listening to it.
Because I'm pretty sure I said I loved all the music in that movie, but I hate that Wonder Woman theme.
Oh, that's funny.
But also The Mummy, I also think will not be good.
Oh.
And I'm curious in like a will it do good or bad kind of way.
Yeah, I'm interested because I think the Tom Cruise movies I like are the over-the-top, crazy, ridiculous ones in the vein of like a Furious movie. But this feels like it's going to be, like it needs to be too plot-heavy to make that style work. Like it's just going to be ridiculous with too much plot, and it's just going to feel, saggy, which I don't want. I hope it's fun and just like breezy, and it's like, here's a mummy. You know what a mummy is? This is the mummy. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it.
What about Baby Driver? Have you seen the trailer for that?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yes. That's the movie I said I was excited for back in January in our first episode of the year. and it's still very much true now. And now that there's a trailer, I'm so pumped. It looks so cool, and it got bumped up. It's coming out earlier than initially it was, so great.
Yeah.
And it already has like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It really does look really good, but I also don't know what to expect at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, here's two movies I know you'll love. How about the Transformers Last Night?
Ugh, no.
And War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yep, neither really. Apes.
What if they get good
more
reviews?
Than robots. Apes more than robots for sure.
What if they both get 90% or higher?
If they both get 90%, then I'm going to see Transformers. Like I choose robots over apes if they both get 90, because that's an amazing turn that I need to see happen.
That's hilarious. That's amazing. That's what changes that.
A good Transformers movie over a good Planet of the Apes movie? Absolutely.
Oh
it's just the truth.
Yeah. What about the Emoji Movie?
I feel the same sort of dread I felt when the Lego movie was announced, the original. So if it's like that, great. But I have a sneaking suspicion that it's trying to be like that and won't be.
See, the thing when I think about it, it seems less Lego movie, more Angry Birds.
You're probably right.
And Angry Birds, nope.
I'm weirdly excited for Baywatch.
No way.
I'm hoping that it's 21 Jump Street ish.
Yeah.
You know, and it seems like from the trailers, it seems like it could be that. I'm nervous about like the very narrow and slippery path of like indulging in the stupid aspects of Baywatch. And I really hope they just stick to it being like this fun comedy that is really silly.
Yeah.
Like I like every moment in the trailer where they're like, you're not police, you're Baywatch, you're lifeguards.
Right.
Like all that is great. If they just harp on that the whole movie, I think I'd be happy. That's the funniest thing. So yeah, I like all that stuff. And I don't know. I like The Rock, obviously. So hopefully we'll see.
All right, I got two more. I'm curious what you think about. I'll start with this one. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
Is that the one with Harry Osborn? The annoying Harry Osborn?
That's true. You're automatically going to hate it. That's true.
But also his co-star's not a great actress either. She was with Suicide Squad girl. And I saw the trailer for that, and I just thought first of all, they look exactly the same.
They do.
They look so similar. I don't know. It seems like I wouldn't feel comfortable completely writing it off.
Yeah.
But I'm not super excited about it at this point. Are you?
I'm not super excited, but it looks like a nice sci-fi, and it's based off a graphic novel. It's kind of up my alley, but it's very true. I'm not sure. I don't know either, especially because it's got Harry Osborn in it.
Yeah, I just don't find him compelling.
Oh, but I really did like him in
Chronicle?
Yes.
Yeah,
I really did like him in that, and I thought he did a good job.
And I haven't seen Chronicle, so.
Exactly.
I've really only seen him
and I feel like you'll be
Spider-Man
biased
movie.
now. There's no point in you going to see Chronicle now. I think you'll just be biased and hate it. But seriously though, he was the worst in Spider-Man. Like that's some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
It was so bad. Sad. It was so bad.
Because I really did like him in Chronicle.
And I wouldn't even say that he's like a terrible actor in Spider-Man 2. I think it's a combo of him like trying too hard a little bit and bad writing. Like just it was the intersection of that.
Absolutely. All right, last one I'm curious about. Dunkirk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. That looks cool. Yes. Christopher Nolan. It's been too long.
See, I don't know. I'm really curious I don't know how I feel about it.
I like that from what I know about it so far, there's no weird sci-fi element to it, which is sort of what we've come to expect with his movies in the last couple of years. You know, they always have a weird element.
Yeah, but this is clearly just... Do you expect a sci-fi element in a true like World Wars.
No.
Story.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited that it's not that he's taking a break from what he's done in the last, couple of years to do something totally different and to just play a straight story with no weird extra element to it. That's what I meant. That's why I'm excited about this for Christopher Nolan, to see him do something different.
See, I'm just afraid because so much of the trailer is just people standing around.
I feel like they're saving the good stuff.
I hope so. I really do. Because it looks like a great movie, and I know it's based on real things that happen, so very nervous. But I love Christopher Nolan, and he hasn't disappointed me yet, I don't think. Can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Well, Dark Knight Rises was...
But that's part of greatness. Like, it's still... and comparably, it's not the worst movie ever made. It's just got some really big holes.
It's certainly not the worst Batman movie ever made.
See? Exactly. And that says a lot right there. But, I don't know. It looks like it could be fantastic, but I'm just very nervous from what I've seen in the trailer. Which is usually a good thing. If you surprise me with what you actually have in the movie, I'd say that's a successful trailer. Rather than showing me everything in the trailer.
Yeah. That's what I think is happening.
I hope so. All right. Well, I think we've stretched this out long enough.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our bonus episode. Tune in next week for some regular scheduled programming. We're going to be talking about Alien, the original from '79, in anticipation for the new Alien movie. So rewatch that and listen to us compare our first and second impressions next week. If you want to tweet at us, you can use the hashtag AfterThoughtsPodcast. You can find our handles in the description, along with links to our Facebook page and our Instagram and all that good stuff. Thank you for listening. If you want to support the show, it'd be great if you could write us a review on iTunes and share this podcast with a friend. That'd be great. And we would really appreciate you even more. That's the show for this week. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
See ya.